First time I saw you, the room lost its sound, like time held its breath just to let you walk in. My hands felt heavier, my chest beat too loud, like something inside me woke up again. I've made 1,000 faces in a lifetime of days, but none ever looked back at me that way. It wasn't thunder, it wasn't a sigh, just a quiet knowing I couldn't deny. I don't come with promises carved in gold, I come with scars and a heart that's real. I've learned the hard way how love can fold, how words can fail and silence can kill. But when you smile, something shifts dead in me, like hope remembering how to breathe. I'm not asking for forever tonight, just a moment to prove I can treat you right. I'm not here to rush your heart or cross your lines, I just need you to see what's beating in mine. Give me a chance, just one slow step, let me show you the man I am, not who I was yet. I don't need to own your world or cage your flame, just let me walk beside you. Give me a chance. I've been alone in rooms full of noise, learned how to live with a quiet ache. I've seen love crumble over careless choices, I know what it costs when you're afraid. There's something about you feels honest and clean, like dawn breaking over life unseen. I won't promise you skies without rain, but I'll stand when it pours again and again. I won't be perfect, I won't pretend, but I'll be present until the end. Give me a chance, just one slow step, let me show you respect before regret. I don't wanna rush, but should take time. I just want a place in your tomorrow, maybe mine. I'm not asking you to carry my pain, just let me try. Give me a chance. still mean every word, 'cause loving you never needed to be returned. But if there's even a crack in that door, I walk through honest, nothing more. Give me a chance, not a guarantee, just the truth between you and me. I won't promise a life without pain, but I'll never leave you standing in the rain. If your heart's unsure, I'll understand, but if there's a smile, give me your when the road runs out of answers and the night feels longer than before. On every door you knock on closes, and you can't see what you're fighting for. Bills on the table, weight on your chest, dreams folded up like letters never sent. You keep asking how it came to this, have a strong man and it's so bent. You look around for a sign in the noise, but silence is all that replies. Friend fade out, the world keeps moving, and hope feels thinner than your pride. You walk through fire you never chose, bled in places no one saw. Still you stand with shaking knees, wondering how much more you got. When strength runs dry and reason fails, there's still a light beyond the veil. When it all feels lost, hold on to faith. Even broken steps still find their way. You don't need the map, just walk the night. Faith will lead you toward the light. When the ground gives way beneath your feet, believe this isn't your defeat. When it all feels lost, stay standing, you will win. Faith isn't thunder, it doesn't shout, it whispers when the world screams doubt. It's the voice that says, get up again, when your hands are bleeding from the ground. It's choosing hope when no applause, trusting there's purpose in the pain, knowing the storm is not the end, just a chapter you must brave. When you can't see past the darkened road, faith walks with you, carrying the load. When it all feels lost, hold on to faith. Even broken steps still find Sometimes it's breathing through the doubt. Sometimes it's waking up again, refusing to let the dark decide the end. When it all feels lost, don't let go. The path will rise beneath your soul. You won't walk forever in the rain. Faith is stronger than your pain. Even now when you feel small, this won't be where you fall. When it all feels lost, remember this: you will win. You will win. I still wake up with your name on my breath, like the night I never learned how to forget. Your coat's been gone from the back of the door, but the room still smells like you did before. I swear I feel you when the morning breaks, in the quiet moments I can't escape. You say time heals, but time just taught me how to live with a love that still owns me. I tried new roads, different faces, smiles that never stay too long. Every step forward feels like betrayal, like I'm leaving you behind when I move on. But in my chest, beneath the pain, there's a truth I can't deny. You love me more than my sorrow, and you wouldn't want me to die inside. You're gone from my arms, not from my soul. Loving you means letting life still flow. I'm moving forward, though my heart stays there. In the days we shared, in the life we were, I still love you. That will never end, but I'll breathe again, I'll live again. Because love like yours doesn't ask me to fall, it tells me to stand, to answer the call. I carry you with me, but I won't stay broken. I'm moving forward. So when I tie to the dark like it's you, tell you how hard it's been just making the proof. I tell you I miss your laugh, your head, your eyes, and how the world lost color the night you died. But then I remember the way you believe that life is a gift we don't get to leave. If I stop living because you're gone, and I'm losing the lesson you left me upon. You love me enough to want me whole, even in a world without you to hold. I'm moving forward, though my heart stays there. In the days we shared, in the life we were, I still love you. That will never end, but I breathe again, living now. Not replacing you, not closing the door, just learning what my life is still for. I'm moving forward, with scars and grace, with your memory stitched into every place. You are my forever, my truest part, and you still live inside my heart. Life is a gift, and I choose to stay to fight for tomorrow, to be okay. I love you always, but I live on because you want me strong. I've seen men leave houses and gold, but nothing of them stayed behind. Just silence in an old photographs and names carved thin in time. I watched fathers work themselves empty, hands rough, hearts locked away, thinking love could wait till later turned to too late. What will they say when I'm gone? That I was strong or just loud? That I stood up when it mattered, or blended in with the crowd? I don't want statues or numbers, don't want streets with my name. I want my children to walk taller, because I lived the right way. You can't take your money underground, but your choices echo when you're not around. What's the legacy I leave behind? Not what I own, but how I tried. Did I love hard? Did I stand true? Did my words match what I do? When my name fades from stone, let it live in the lives I've known. If I leave this world someday, let goodness speak in my place. I want my son to learn respect, not from fear but from example. I want my daughter to know her worth in a world of silver, cheap and shallow. If they remember my voice at all, let it be calm, let it be kind, teaching them how to walk upright, even when the road's unkind. It don't build a legacy with pride, you build it with the way you live your life. What's the legacy I leave behind? Not the trophies, not the crime. Did I forgive? Did I stay fair? Did I show up when no one cared? When the lights go out on me, let love be what they see. If I leave this world someday, let goodness speak in my One day the house will be empty, my boots won't be by the door. but the way I treated people who walk this earth much more. So I choose my steps carefully, even when no one sees, because legacy is built in silence, and the smallest beast unseen. That's a legacy I leave your hand. A steady heart and true for mine. Not how much I made or saved, but the love I gave, the wrongs I braved. When my breath is finally gone, let my values still live on. If I leave this world someday, that I could not speak in my place. There's a man down the street with tired eyes, fixes broken things with borrowed time. Never posts his hands full of grease, but he shows up when the roof starts to leak. There's a woman up before the sun, carries the world for everyone. No spotlight, no applause, no crown, just love holding the whole house down. There's a friend who listens more than speaks, knows your scars but never keeps receipts. He doesn't save you, doesn't preach, just sits with you when words won't reach. They won't trend, they won't be seen, they won't shine on magazine screens. But when life hits hard and cuts you deep, they're the ones who don't retreat. The world claps loud for borrowed fame, but real heroes don't need a name. Here's to common people, standing tall, carrying the weight without the call. No followers, no stage, no throne, just doing right when no one's home. They don't need the world to know, they don't need their praise to grow. The strongest light I've ever seen lives inside the common people. I've learned more from quiet lives than from 1,000 viral lives, and calloused hands and honest pain, from staying calm and pouring rain. If I'd ever lose my way, chasing noise or empty praise, remind me who I want to be, someone strong enough to stay unseen. You won't find truth in flashing lights, it's built in long, heart-separating nights. Here's to common people, flesh and bone, holding lives the world it knows. No medals hanging on their chest, just doing their quiet best. When everything is said and done, they're the reason we overcome. The strongest light I've heaven never asks my voice would truly change this place, I won't say kings or famous names. I'll say love with an everyday face. The ones who stayed when it was hard, who gave their hearts without a card. If there's beauty left in this world at all, it's walking quietly through us all. Here's to common people, here's the truth. They're the soul of me and you. No cameras, no disguise, just honest hearts and tired eyes. If I leave them off before I'm gone, let it be simple, let it be strong, because the greatest lies I know lived by common people. I used to pray for painless space, for nights that wouldn't leave a mark. I asked for answers, begged for peace, while learning nothing in the dark. Every scar I tried to hide, every tear I called a loss, was shaping something I couldn't see, a truth written at my cost. I watched for strong ones fall apart, I watched the quiet learn to stare. Some broke down, some broke through, some learned how to lend a hand. The hurt didn't leave, it stayed inside, but it stopped cutting quite so deep. It taught me how to recognize the kind of pain that others keep. I stopped asking why me and started asking what now? One day the pain will make sense, not as mercy, not as relief, but as wisdom carved in silence, as truth you couldn't reach by belief. It won't disappear, it won't erase, but it'll teach you how to stand. Some of the strongest light I know was born from pain I didn't plan. I've met men who turned their wounds into shelter for the lost, women who turned their broken years into bridges, not a cross. They didn't preach, they didn't boast, they didn't say it's all okay. They just showed me how to survive and still choose a better way. Pain doesn't come to destroy, it comes to demand. But one day the pain will make sense, not because it fades or ends, but because it taught your hands how to lift up other men. It won't vanish, it won't lie, it won't say the hurt was fair, but it'll give your life a meaning only broken hearts can carry. make sense. Oh. I learned the hard way how dreams can fall, how promises crack under weight. I watched the years erase my plans while I stood still, learning to wait. I trusted hands that let me drop, believed in roads that led nowhere. Some nights I thought dreaming was childish, a luxury life wouldn't spare. Bills came first, hope came last. Reality sharpened its tone. I buried visions under routines, told myself this is grown. But deep inside, beneath the noise, something restless stayed alive. A quiet voice that kept asking if surviving was really living a life. I broke, I bent, I learned the cost, but I didn't lose it all. It takes courage to dream again after the fall, after the scars. When life teaches you caution and fear pretends smart. It takes courage to hope again when the past still screams your name. To look at what hurts you and still believe in tomorrow's flame. I met men with tired eyes who stopped dreaming to stay safe. They traded wonder for certainty, called that choice knowing their place. But I've also seen the brave ones who dare to believe once more, not because they never broke, but because they knew what breaking was for. Dreams don't die from failure, they die from surrender. It takes courage to dream again when trust has been destroyed. When every risk feels dangerous and hope feels everything is seen. It's longer and the one that quit before it dared to believe. Invisible girl, you didn't come this far just to start, just to settle, just to cope. Sometimes the bravest thing a man can do is to give himself hope. It takes courage to dream again with a heart that's been through hell. To choose belief over bitterness when disappointment knows you well. You may shake, you may doubt, but if you still dare to try, and you didn't lose your dream, you were only learning why. I remember the night it broke apart. Her eyes couldn't hold mine straight. She spoke my name like a stranger, already walking toward another fate. I felt the flow disappear, like truth fell out of the room. All the years we built together, buried under one light too soon. I replay every promise we made, every forever said too faced. She didn't just leave my arms, she erased the man I was. I was left in the mud of questions, wondering where I went wrong, trying to breathe through betrayal that felt sharper than a gun. Some wounds don't bleed outside, they drown you where you stand. She betrayed me, and my world fell down, left me broken in the rain. Traded everything we were for another man's name. Now I'm here with empty hands, too tired to understand. She betrayed me, and I'm lost, trying to find who I am. The house still smells like her perfume, like memory won't let me heal. I talk to walls that answer nothing, asking how this pain feels real. I don't know how to trust tomorrow, I don't know how to stand tall, but I know I can't stay buried in the wreckage of her fall. If I stay here in the dark, this heartbreak wins. She betrayed me, crushed my ground, turned my faith into dust, made me question every truth, every touch, every us. But somewhere under all this pain, there's still a man inside, bleeding, shaking, buried, breathing, but still alive. I don't need revenge or closure, I don't need her tears to fall. I just need to learn how to walk again after losing it all. His scar will follow my shadow, but it won't decide my end. I won't let her one mistake be the paper on this sand. She betrayed me, broke my heart, left my nights without a dawn. But I swear on everything I lost, this won't be where I'm gone. I'll rise slow, I'll rise scarred, I'll rise honest, I'll rise true. and destroy me too. This old truck's got rust on the mirrors, scratches where the years went by. Every day's a long story of nights beneath the wide open sky. She's heard my prayers at midnight, my laughter, my broken tone. This cab's been my only witness when the road felt colder than home. I haul more than weight on these axles, more than timber, steel, or brain. I carried memories of my old man and dreams so deep in rain. When life turned rough and crowded, she never asked me why, just fired up and kept on rolling while the world went flying by. Some things don't need words to state, they just ride beside you anyway. My old friend Truck knows my name, knows my sins and my pride. She don't judge the miles I wasted or the tears I tried to hide. When the world feels loud and fake, she's the truth I can trust. My old friend Truck in the road ahead, steam, memories and dust. Under blinking red lights with the engine hauling low, watch the sunrise paint the highway in colors only drivers know. I lost a lot chasing horizons, but I found myself out there, somewhere between mile markers and a wave of honest air. Life don't slow when you're unsure. You just ask if you'll endure. My old friend Chuck carried my past, every goodbye, every start, from empty pockets to heavy hearts. She hauled the pieces of my heart when the Mac ran out of insulin and I didn't know who to trust. It was me that we and this so ripped, cutting lines through dust. Line, tires quiet, engine cold, but the road she rode inside me is worth more than what I'm told. You don't measure life in cargo, you measure it in miles of state, in the things that ride beside you when everything else fades away. My old friend Truck to carry me through storms I couldn't name, through laughs I thought I was finished, through loss, through fire, through shame. If I make it home a better man, it's not by luck or chance, it's that old engine, that open road. breaks over empty acres. Roosters cry but no one hears. Hands are cracked from honest labor. Heart's been holding back its fears. Out here silence feels heavier than any city noise could be. People think this life is peaceful. They don't see what lives in me. They say you're strong, you'll be alright. Men like you don't bend or fall. So I nod and keep on standing, build my walls a little tall. I fix fences, man the tractor, feed the land, ignore the pain. But no one asks how nights feel longer when the sun goes down again. Out here strength is never shown, you just carry it alone. There's loneliness in the fields tonight, under stars that don't reply. I'm strong enough for everyone else, but too tired just to cry. I keep working, keep believing, with this weight no one can see. There's loneliness in the fields, and it's living here in you. Depression don't knock on doors, it just settles in the chest. Where's the place of duty and pride? Says you'll rest when you're dead. I love this land, I love this life, but love don't cure the dark. Sometimes even wide open spaces can feel smaller than a moth. They see doom, they see resolve, they don't see the night's high dissolve. There's loneliness in the fields tonight, in the wind across the brain. I've learned how to smile through the silence, learn how to hide the pain. I keep showing up, keep breathing, with a heart that still believes. There's loneliness in the fields, and it won't let go of me. If strength means never speaking, then this world is built for lies. Even farmers bleed in silence, even strong men break inside. Maybe someday I'll say it out loud, without shame, without disguise, that surviving isn't living when you're fighting just to rise. There's loneliness in the fields tonight, but I'm still here.